spring is here, and this freshman class is crucial.
You are Locked On Auburn, your daily podcast on the Auburn Tigers. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Yes, welcome on into Locked On Auburn, your daily Auburn Tigers podcast. I'm your host, Zach Blackerby, and thank you so much for making Locked On Auburn your first listen every single day. Today's show, or bonus show, we sit down with Ryan Ghea, Auburn tight end. And full disclosure, this was recorded last week, so when we talk about next week or dates, it's a little off. So full disclosure, just the craziness at the end of last week. I did not have time to post it. Still, I think you guys are going to really enjoy this conversation with Auburn tight end Ryan Ghea. Joining us now, Auburn tight end Ryan Ghea. I mean, we've been talking for months now at this point, and it's finally here. Spring practice is finally about to start. I can't imagine how excited and probably eager you are to strap them up and get on the field.
Yeah, I'm very excited. The whole team has the itch ready to go, get ready for this new season, starting off here with spring practice, obviously. We're all excited to go. Obviously, me being a freshman, I'm just excited to be able to start the stepping stone of proving myself to be what everybody believed in me to be. So that's going to start here in spring football.
Yeah, I mean, do you talk about that with anybody, whether it's team leaders or, I guess staffers, as far as, however y'all are able to communicate right now, as far as, okay, like I want to achieve things that maybe a normal freshman wouldn't. I want to exceed expectations. Like, are those expectations laid out by player, or is that more of like team-wide communication?
I mean, definitely for me, I know what my goals are coming into my freshman year. So I kind of keep those to myself, honestly, just keep my head down, work. And then as those goals come, I just not scratch them off my list and go to a different one. So yeah, for me, that's just a goal that I have with me and my family as our goals are. So that's kind of how I keep track of that.
I gotcha. As far as how you've prepared for this moment, we've talked about how intense the workouts are, and sounds like you just got done with a workout just a few minutes ago as we sit down to record this Saturday morning. But I mean, how much of how you've prepared in previous off seasons? I mean, you played at Milton, a very competitive high school program, to the SEC. I mean, what's the biggest difference for you?
Definitely, I would just say the weight room and just knowing what we're doing means like it's all for a reason. Yeah, we're not just, there's nothing's wasted time. And Coach Dom does a great job of having us do stuff that is going to ultimately make us better in the weight room and also on the field that would translate into our performance. So that's kind of the biggest thing I've seen. Obviously, here at Milton, we do a bunch of great things, and I feel like that took a big step going to the SEC, just knowing that I'm going to keep building on what I've learned from here and obviously taking it back to Auburn. Obviously, we are on spring break now, so that's not just a week off for any of us. We're all working, doing some form of thing, whether that's receiver stuff, route running, blocking, treatment, getting yourself healthy, ready for spring ball.
Yeah, Ryan, I've heard from other folks on the team and other folks around the program that certain position groups have taken a big step from last year to this year as far as where they were 365 days ago getting ready for spring. Obviously, you can't speak to that. You weren't here a year ago, but are those discussions happening from some of the older guys? It's like, okay, like last year's done. Like last year didn't go the way we wanted to, but we have everything that is impossible is still in front of us now as we start this over. Is that discussed at all, or is it kind of more day-to-day than that?
It's more like day-to-day. We just see each other improve every day, and we just go in and we say, oh, like obviously me watching it and not playing, I can see, in my opinion, what has changed and what has gotten better. So I can see that. But obviously the new guys, the old guys just wiped last year, and we're just going for a fresh start this year. We have our goals as a team, so we're trying to get there.
Are you doing a lot of film stuff right now? Like, are you watching last year's offense at all and trying to envision yourself in whether it's Rivaldo's reps or, Luke Deal's reps from a year ago? Or is it more just kind of off the field prep, weight room, getting conditioned and all that? Like, what kind of preparation goes in on the mental side of this?
I would definitely say both. Obviously, the weight room is a big factor that I have to get my body where it needs to be able to play. And also just taking those mental reps and getting in the playbook so when I get my chance, I'm not going to mess it up. Yeah. I'm not going to do the wrong thing, go the wrong way. But I've been watching film to learn these installs. I feel like I'm doing a great job with that. So I'm going to continue to do that going and getting through spring ball and obviously heading into summer football.
I mean, obviously, there are different reasons that kind of present obstacles for freshmen to maybe not get on the field as much. And some of that's the current roster. Some of that is, just like, are you physically ready? And some situations, some positions are different than others. The big one you hear for tight end is, can you block physically at the SEC level as a true freshman? And I mean, it seems physically like you've got the measurables to be able to do that. Is that something that you're kind of focused on proving? It's like, yes, I can do this day one. I'm going to prove it to everybody.
Definitely. Obviously, I'm learning day by day from the older guys in the room. Just what are some things that I can do better? Obviously, with how my routes are running, how I get in and out of my breaks, how my footwork is. They give me feedback on that daily, just so I can improve that going into spring ball. And obviously, for me, I came in from a very good high school program, so I'm trying to prove myself. And that remark also, that coming from Milton means something. It's not just a program where they're going to come in and it's going to be a dud kind of thing. So I got to prove that as well. But I'm also trying to learn from the older guys because they've been here for a long time, or they played a different program. So just learning from them is a big thing.
Ryan, does the average person who watches football, do they have any idea about how much technique goes into blocking someone?
No, it's very difficult, and everything's measured out, and everything has to be precise for you to get to where you need to be, get in the right pad level, get your knees and waist bended in the right way to be able to use your body the right way, use the power to move these big defensive end edges, D tackles, how they need to be moved to get it to get the ball ran what hole it needs to be ran in.
Yeah. I mean, especially with tight end too, because there's just so many different angles that you've got to account for. I mean, are you attached to the line? Is it a down block? Are you trying to reach a guy? Are you trying to get to his outside shoulder? Are you lined up off the line of scrimmage? Are you at H-back? I mean, there's just so many different things that you've got to account for already as a tight end. And then to make that transition to like, oh, I also have to stop this 280-pound man from getting to where he wants to go. I mean, there's a lot that goes into that.
Exactly. Like in high school, sometimes I was just stronger than who I was going at. So I could just, I didn't have to take the right steps. I could just be stronger and be able to move them, take them where they need to go. So now I just have to, everything has to be precise. And it's also the big thing for me is learning the two type of positions, like tight end, the Y and the H. At Milton, I was the Y and Ethan was the H. So I just had to know what I needed to do, and he knew what he did. So here I need to know both, because I could be in there with Brandon, or I could be in there with Rico, be in there with Preston, whoever it will be, and they will have different positions, different jobs.
Do all tight ends at Auburn learn both?
Yes.
Or is it kind of split? Okay, so everybody learns both of those positions.
Yeah, and meetings will go over our meetings are very interactive. Coach Ben does a great job of just he'll ask a bunch of questions, and it keeps us on our toes. So he'll ask us, oh, where are you supposed to line up here? What foot are you supposed to have up? How many steps? And that's for both positions. Obviously, right now we're figuring out what we need to do in 11, but we're still installing 12 and more, and adding on to that as well.
We'll continue our conversation with Ryan in just a moment, right here on Locked On Auburn. Today's show brought to you by our friends at 5 Hour Energy. Daylight savings snuck up on us again. And if you're feeling that lost hour of sleep still, 5 Hour Energy has your back. The extra sunshine means more time for fun, but sometimes you need a little boost to power through. 5 Hour Energy has got your back, whether you're staying up late for the NCAA tournament or squeezing in a round of golf after work. 5 Hour Energy gives you that quick, refreshing pick-me-up whenever you need it. Head over to 5hourenergy.com. That's the number 5hourenergy.com to find over 15 flavors to choose from, including watermelon, blue raspberry. Our favorite here on the channel is grape. You can even build your own 12 or 24 pack. And if you need one now, you can grab a 5 Hour Energy shot from your local convenience store or grocery store. They're everywhere. Stock up today and stay energized. 5hourenergy.com. Today's show is also brought to you by our friends at Game Time. Game Time is the best place to buy tickets. Look, if you've waited this long to buy tickets for the Sweet 16 and the Elite 8 sessions in Atlanta to watch the Auburn Tigers, you may think it's too late. It's not. Head over to Game Time, download the free Game Time app, and Game Time makes it easier than ever to grab last-minute seats at unbeatable prices. They also have Game Time Picks, which is curated to make it easier to find better value for tickets to sports, concerts, comedy, the theater, and more. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code LOCKEDONCollege for $20 off your first purchase. That is Locked On College, all one word, Locked On College for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last-minute tickets, lowest prices guaranteed. Ryan, I keep hearing reports, and we talked about it a little bit last time you came on, but how great these quarterbacks are looking in team-led drills and practices. What else are you seeing from Jackson Arnold and Deuce Knight when you're catching balls from these guys?
Yeah, the big thing is just they're getting the ball out on time. It's where it needs to be. Sometimes it's coming a little bit faster than you think it needs to be. So when you get your head around, it's already right there, which is good. So they're just getting the balls out on time where they need to be, and they're also making the right calls, giving O-line, tight ends what they need to do assignment-wise. And they'll also tell us what they see. Oh, and Nichols walking up, they'll give them the call for that, and then it will just shift everything, which is a great thing also. So that's a big thing. Also, the receivers are taking a big step also. We got a few guys from the portal also brought in and had a few guys, which that's a big position group. I feel like that's improved very much coming in from last year.
I mean, we've talked about this a ton, just like the pass catcher in an individual role. It's like if you're running a route, Ryan, but you also know that other guys running the route consist of Cam Coleman or Eric Singleton or Malcolm Simmons or Perry or Horatio or, some of the other tight ends that they brought in. It's like, yeah, I'm getting one-on-one coverage. I'm getting one-on-one coverage every single time. So like, I've got an opportunity to make a play here. That's got to be fun. That's got to be exciting.
Yeah, you just got to go you got to go win at the end of the day. You got to go show why you're getting paid what you're getting paid at the end of the day to be here. And you just got to go and you just got to show who you are, like why you're here and what you are here for.
How much are you like able to see the receivers right now? I mean, I know y'all aren't doing full 11 on 11 stuff unless I'm mistaken right now, but as far as like running routes and, doing patterns and all that stuff with receivers, are y'all able to see all that right now?
Yeah, definitely with the routes on air portion with the quarterbacks, that's the routes they run and how they're able to get in and out of their breaks is crazy. And it's just crazy how we have such a deep rotation now at receiver where if a guy runs a long route and he needs a break, we can come in, a new guy can come in. There's not going to be as much of a drop off, which is very good.
I've heard Eric Singleton from a few different folks that Eric Singleton has hit the ground running and he's going to be something.
Yeah, I agree completely with that.
Yeah. Yeah. So as far as what you're expecting from spring, Ryan, I assume the first few practices are just going to be you got to do a certain amount of like practices and helmets before you can add pads or something, right? So, I mean, It's going to be a lot of teaching, I would assume, and just kind of getting acclimated to what the spring flow is going to be. So, I mean, what are you expecting kind of in this first week of spring practice?
I'm just ready to learn. Obviously, it's going to come in. It's going to be different than how high school was. So I'm just going to learn from mistakes from other guys and then from myself, just so I can become a better, well-rounded football player. So if I don't get as much reps as I want to have, I'm going to have to take those mental reps that I want. And then when I get the reps I do get, I have to show and do what I need to do with them.
Yeah. Ryan, a position group that's generated a lot of conversation just because there are some question marks as far as like how are all these guys going to play, but that edge position, and you're going to have to block some of these guys in practice, obviously. But like when you look at Kieran Crawford, and then they brought in Kelly, and then Amaris Williams and Keldrick Falk. I mean, it's a pretty loaded list, and we haven't gotten to the guys that are in your recruiting class that are impressive too. So, I mean that's got to be exciting for you, because if you can block those guys, you can block anybody.
Exactly. That's kind of how I'm taking it. Like there's the best of the best that we have our own team. So if I can do what I need to do against those guys or guys of that caliber in the game, it shouldn't be anything besides just like a practice flow for us in the team period. So if I can just do what I need to do and just get in the right position, get the right footwork and everything, I should be able to do what I need to do. And obviously those guys are going to push me to become better every single day. And I'm just going to have to adapt to going against those type of guys.
Ryan, which restaurant in town do you think has the best food right now? You've been here long enough. I feel comfortable asking you that question. I feel like it would have been unfair the first few weeks that you were here. You've been here almost half a semester at this point. Where is your favorite restaurant in town right now?
I like halftime down there. That's like one of my favorite places to go. I like
you get the wings there, or you get something else?
Wings, hamburgers, everything. That's kind of like one of my favorites. Obviously, Little Italy, that's a great spot also.
Sure.
Guthrie's right down the road, everything. That's
okay.
It's a great little town. Stacks in the morning, Stacks for breakfast on the weekend.
What is Stacks? Where is Stacks at?
It's like when you're going towards Toomer's Drugs, you take a right, and it's like
downtown.
It's downtown. It's like
I've never heard of Stacks.
Okay, it's like a breakfast pancake type place. That's a good place also.
Okay, all right. When you order wings, do you like them like on the spicier side, or do you go like more of the barbecue route? Like what's your strategy with wing flavor?
I like more like lemon peppers type of wings like that. Mostly all flats. I'm more of an all flat, crispy type guy. Yeah.
Do you put that in your order? Do you say all flats?
Yeah.
You do. Yeah. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You know what you like. I respect it. I respect it. No, that's fun. That's fun. People always love the food questions. So Ryan, thank you so much for your time as always, man. And best of luck in your first spring as an Auburn Tiger.
Thank you.
Great stuff from Ryan. Thank you to Ryan, and also thank you to you guys. It's been a crazy last few days. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Regardless, and y'all are the reason we do all of this. So thank you. Please like the video. Please subscribe. And if you're tuning in on audio, please leave us a review. Make sure you're subscribed there. Helps the show grow a ton. We'll see you next time. This has been Locked On Auburn.